Few riders start late and still end up redefining their sport. In Pyongchang 2018, Anna Gasser claimed Olympic big air gold with a last-run cab double cork 1080. Before that, she had become the first woman to land a cab double cork 900 in 2013. From that first double to a cab triple underflip 1260 and a second Olympic big air title in Beijing 2022, her riding kept raising the bar. Let's trace how a former gymnast from Austria ended up here. Anna Gasser was born in 1991 in Villach and grew up in Carinthia, Austria. As a teenager, she joined the Austrian national gymnastics squad, training on beams, bars, and floor routines. The program demanded tightly structured, intensive hours in the gym each week. She eventually left the team around age 15, describing the schedule as too rigid for her. That early period still built rare air awareness, timing, and rotation control that later set her apart. This was pure gymnastics work before snow entered the picture. Soon, that discipline would shift from wooden apparatus to frozen mountainsides. In her late teens, Gasser began snowboarding at Austrian resorts, especially around Millstatt in Carinthia. She only started the sport around age 17 to 18, much later than most future professionals. Her gymnastics background made spins and flips feel mechanically familiar once she left the ground on small jumps. By 2013, she reached the FIS Snowboard World Championships, placing 18th in slopestyle. In January 2014, she earned her first World Cup podium with third place in Stoneham, Canada. Her rise from beginner to World Cup podium took only a few winters. That speed of progression set up a direct challenge to the existing women's field. In November 2013, at a park jump session, Gasser landed a cab double cork 900. It was a switch takeoff with 2 off-axis inversions and 2.5 rotations. FIS and other outlets documented it as the first time any female snowboarder had completed that trick. Until then, double corks at that level were almost absent in women's snowboarding. The clip circulated widely through the snowboard community and mainstream sports media. One jump suddenly marked a new reference point for technical progression. From then on, judges and riders viewed her contest runs on a different scale. At the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympics, Gasser competed in women's slopestyle. She topped the qualification round, scoring highest and moving directly to the final. In the final, she fell on both of her runs and finished 10th overall. British TV commentary during her falls led to more than 300 viewer complaints to the BBC. The event showed how volatile early Olympic slopestyle could be on firm and unforgiving courses. Leading qualification did not secure a clean final on icy landings. Her real answer to Sochi came later, through a string of stronger seasons. Gasser kept building results after Sochi, season by season. At the 2015 FIS Snowboard World Championships in Kreisberg, she won silver in women's slopestyle. On the World Cup circuit, she added multiple podiums across both slopestyle and big air stops. By the 2016 to 2017 season, she had secured the overall FIS Freestyle World Cup title. That required consistent high finishes across several events and venues, not just one standout contest. Season-long points now backed up those headline progression tricks. With that base in place, she could focus on the very biggest jumps available. The 2016 to 2017 winter became a decisive stretch in her career. At the 2017 FIS World Championships in Sierra Nevada, Spain, Gasser won big air gold with a reported perfect 100-point score. The same season, she took slopestyle gold and big air bronze at X Games Norway in half gel. She also earned big air silver at X Games Aspen and slopestyle gold at the Burton US Open. Each course was different, yet she produced winning runs on all of them. One winter turned her from rising contender into a central reference point. The Olympic debut of Big Air was now 1 year away, with her in peak form. In Pyongchang 2018, women's snowboard Big Air appeared at the Olympics for the first time. Gasser had already proven cab double corks in contests and training sessions on major jumps. In the final, riders had 3 jumps, with the best 2 scores combined for the total. Heading into her last run, she needed a strong score to pass the leaders. She landed a clean cab double cork 1080 for 96.00 points, reaching 185.00 total and taking gold. Everything hinged on that final jump off the Alpensia Big Air Tower. From that day, she was known worldwide as the inaugural Olympic Big Air champion. The same year, Gasser pushed beyond her Olympic trick level rather than settling. In November 2018, at Stubai's Prime Park Sessions, she landed a cab triple underflip 1260, documented by major outlets. The trick combined 3 inversions and 3.5 rotations from a switch takeoff. It was widely reported as the first time a woman had landed a triple underflip in snowboarding. Once again, the landing reset the visible ceiling for women's snowboard tricks. That triple underflip sat near the limit of what Big Air jumps allowed. Its scale now mirrored the size and complexity in many top men's runs. Her X Games record during this period matched that technical standard. In Aspen 2018, she won women's snowboard Big Air gold. In Norway 2019, after returning from an ankle fracture earlier that year, she again won women's Big Air. Reports highlighted cab double underflips and frontside doubles as key elements of her runs. At X Games Norway 2020, she took Big Air gold once more, sealing it with a cab double cork 1080 Indy on her final attempt. Big Air titles kept coming from different venues and course designs. This sequence of wins cemented her as the rider to beat on huge jumps. Beyond X Games, Gasser continued adding major titles on the official circuit. She won the overall FIS Freestyle World Cup again in 2017 to 2018 and 2020 to 2021. At the 2023 FIS World Championships in Bakuriani, Georgia, she claimed gold in women's Big Air. That result showed she was still leading the field more than a decade after her first World Cup starts. Around the same time, she maintained strong World Cup and invitational performances across seasons. Her name stayed near the top of Big Air result lists year after year. That longevity set the stage for another high-pressure Olympic showdown in Beijing. In Beijing 2022, Gasser returned to defend her Olympic Big Air title at Big Air Showgang. The final again used a 3-run, best 2 scores format on the large steel structure. She faced strong competition from riders including Zoe Sadowski-Synnott and Kokomo Moraes. Before her last run, she reportedly phoned fellow snowboarder Clemens Malauer during the final itself. On that final attempt, she landed a cab double cork 1260, scoring 95.5 and taking her second straight Olympic Big Air gold. The winning run added half a rotation beyond her Pyongchang trick. With it, she became a back-to-back Olympic champion in the same event. Recognition in Austria followed her international record and visibility. In 2017, she became the first female snowboarder to be named Austria's Sportswoman of the Year. She received the honor again the following year after her Olympic victory and dominant season. National sports bodies and media described her as a landmark figure for winter sports in the country. For a snowboarder from Carinthia, This marked a noticeable shift in perception and status. Awards began to reflect the scale of her contest achievements. They also confirmed her position inside Austria's broader sporting landscape. Gasser's influence extended through films, sponsorships, and online platforms as her results grew. Major sponsors highlighted her as a central teen rider in features and edits. Her Instagram following grew into the hundreds of thousands, giving wide visibility to training clips and new tricks. She frequently used large glacier parks in Austria and Europe as bases for progression sessions. Many younger riders referenced her cab doubles and triple when describing their own targets. Clips of her tricks traveled far beyond live event broadcasts. By the early 2020s, her approach had become a template for technical big air riding, even as she stayed active at the top level. Her contest story kept developing even after 2 Olympic titles and multiple world wins. In January 2025, Gasser won women's snowboard big air gold at X Games Aspen again, her 4th X Games big air title. Reports noted another triple-level jump in her winning run on the Colorado scaffolding. That victory came more than a decade after her first major FIS results, underlining unusual longevity at the top. It also arrived during the build-up toward the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. The same class of high-difficulty tricks was still winning in 2025. Preparation for another Olympic cycle continued through overlapping contests and focused training blocks. In mid-2025, news emerged of a setback away from snow and ice. While surfing an artificial wave in Munich, Gasser suffered a shoulder dislocation with labrum and biceps tendon damage. She underwent surgery soon after to stabilize the joint, according to public statements. The injury forced her to cancel planned training blocks in Australia and adjust her schedule. Reports from Ski Austria and other outlets mentioned plans to shift preparation to glaciers in Austria and Switzerland during recovery. A non-snow accident briefly interrupted one of snowboarding's longest active careers. Her stated objective remained to return in time for Milano Cortina 2026. From national gymnastics halls in Austria to the biggest jumps in Olympic history, Anna Gasser's path has been defined by precise body control meeting steadily increasing consequences. Late entry into snowboarding did not prevent rapid progression through World Cups, X Games, and World Championships. Cab double corks, a cab triple underflip, and back-to-back Olympic big air titles trace a career built on difficult tricks performed at height. Even with setbacks, she remains central to how modern women's big air is defined. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss what's next.